Welcome to this explainer on artificial wit. Today, we're going to uncover exactly how to turn all that disjointed, messy enterprise data into actual, actionable intelligence. I am seriously excited to walk you through this because we're looking at a platform that's a real game changer. It fundamentally rewrites how businesses interact with their own information and tools.
So let's kick things off with a crucial question. Why do enterprise AI bots fail? I mean, let's be honest, we've all been there with those generic chatbots, right? You ask a super specific question about a company policy, and it just spits out some hallucinated, totally irrelevant answer. They fail because they simply don't understand your unique operations. They don't know your data, they literally can't take action in your tools, and let's face it, your IT department is absolutely never going to approve another ungoverned black box SaaS application.
Now, when you compare your average generic AI, which is basically just taking wild guesses based on the open internet, with artificial wit, you'll see an immediate shift. You're upgrading from a disconnected guesser to a fully integrated powerhouse assistant. Artificial wit is actually built for how your enterprise works, deeply rooted in your own tools and safely secured under your own roof.
Section 1. The Enterprise AI Problem.
All right, I want you to imagine our protagonist here, Maya Chan. She's a VP of operations at a mid-sized logistics company. Every single day, her team is just completely drowning. We're talking endless support tickets, massive spreadsheets, and having to bounce between 5 different internal tools just to get one single workflow done. She urgently needs a solution to streamline all this chaos. And here's the kicker, it has to be something her IT department will actually approve. No more shadow IT.
Section 2. A secure, branded workspace.
So check this out. Maya enters a secure, fully customized workspace that looks and feels exactly like her own company's environment. From the second she signs in with single sign-on, which is great by the way, 0 extra passwords to remember, she lands in an app featuring her company's logo and even her brand's primary colors right there in the settings panel. It's built on multi-tenant isolation on shared infrastructure, so absolute privacy is baked right in.
And what's really cool is this clean chat interface. This is basically her front door to the whole platform. It's a familiar, super intuitive experience. You'll notice these quick prompt chips, like show list of assets, sitting right in the center, which is brilliant for helping her team standardize their most common questions. But unlike your standard consumer AI, this entire interface is backed by heavy-duty, SSO-protected enterprise infrastructure.
Section 3. Chat with your own data. Okay, so how does this AI actually get smart about Maya's specific business? The secret sauce here is RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. This technique securely feeds the company's own internal documents, their standard operating procedures, their specific product manuals, all of it, straight into the assistant's brain. So when you ask a question, it grounds the answers strictly in the stuff you've uploaded, completely bypassing the wild west of the open internet. You can see how seamlessly her team manages this on the knowledge bases page. They've got organized folders for contracts, MUOs, internal policies. All Maya's team actually has to do is upload a file or just drop in a URL, and boom, the platform embeds and indexes it automatically. Now the AI knows the exact return policy for damaged freight, for example, without ever having to search outside the company's secure walls. And this right here brilliantly illustrates the result. When Maya asks a complex business question about their internal assets, the AI doesn't just spit back a giant, unreadable wall of text. No way. It renders a live, interactive bar chart like this category-wise assets count directly inside the chat window. With just one click, she is looking at live data without ever having to leave the conversation to dig through a separate dashboard. Talk about a time saver. Section 4. Building custom AI agents. But chat is just the beginning. On the agents page, we've got a whole directory of specialized bots ready to deploy. From an email drafter agent that handles tricky professional outreach, to a budget dashboard agent, to workflow visualizers, it's the whole shebang. Literally every department in Maya's company can have its own dedicated, specialist AI that knows exactly what its job is. And the best part? Building these custom agents is entirely no code. You absolutely do not need an engineering team sitting on standby. It all happens in 3 incredibly simple steps. Step 1, you define the persona. Step 2, you add the specific knowledge base it needs. And step 3, you assign the tools it's allowed to use. That's it. So, when Maya is configuring an agent, she defines its unique persona on the left side of the screen.
She gives it a name, selects the specific LLM it's going to use, and types out its system instructions. Then, instantly, on the right side, she assigns it powerful internal APIs and tools, like the ability to pull order data or scan tickets. She does all of this just by checking a few boxes. It's really that easy. I absolutely love this feature. She can even dictate exactly how the agent thinks using the agent type selector. She can pick a standard LLM agent for just a simple responder, or if the task is a bit more complex, she can choose a sequential agent that runs multi-step pipelines. There's a parallel agent for doing concurrent research tasks, and even a loop agent that constantly self-checks and refines its work until a specific condition is met. The flexibility here is just off the charts. Section 5. Taking action with connectors. Now, to truly eliminate Maya's operational chaos, these AI agents need to actually do things. Using the Open MCP standard, which is a protocol for connecting AI to external data sources, the AI connects directly to the software her company already relies on. On the connectors page, you'll see integrations with tools like Linear for project management or Canva. You authorize it just once via OAuth, and suddenly, every tool that system exposes becomes an action your AI assistant can execute natively.
So let's see how this actually plays out in the user experience. When Maya needs an issue tracked, the AI doesn't just give her a boring list of instructions on how to do it herself. Instead, it dynamically generates the exact live ticketing form right there, mid-conversation. You can see the form popping up in the chat, pre-filled, ready for her to hit submit. It is literally reaching into her real systems and acting on them live.
Section 6. Built for Enterprise IT. Finally, let's zoom out and look at why the IT department absolutely loves this platform. Artificial wit is inherently built to be approved, not just adopted. It boasts serious enterprise-grade security features, like multi-tenant isolation and SSO. But crucially, it features centralized credential management and secure global variables. This means API keys and sensitive secrets are stored once, centrally, and they are never pasted into a prompt or hard-coded by the users. It keeps everything locked down tight. And these side-by-side views really prove it. On one hand, we have the central API credentials management, safely locking away all those app authentications. On the other hand, we see the granular role-based access controls, or RBAC. Every single object in the platform, the agents, the models, the resources, can be set to private, protected to specific roles, or public to the whole organization. It ensures absolute ironclad enterprise security across the board. There's this one single sentence that perfectly summarizes the core ethos of everything we've explored in this explainer today. One platform, your data, your tools, your AI. That really hits the nail on the head. It removes those annoying data silos, heavily governs the security, and unleashes actual, measurable productivity. Which leaves us with one incredibly exciting question to close out our analysis today, and frankly, challenge the way you look at enterprise tools. With all your data and systems finally connected to an intelligent, secure AI, what will your enterprise build first? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this sparks some amazing ideas for your own workflows.